All right, round number 4. We're currently 2-1. Funny how we beat the terrible matchup that is Omnitel, but we lost to the good matchup, which is Ad Nauseam. We're probably gonna ship this hand, and we're gonna keep this one. Send the Scrubland. One is on the play. Prismatic Vista. So usually when I see Vista, I think like Outsider Controller. Oh, okay, or that one. So last time I faced this card, they were actually playing Aluren. So I definitely want to watch out for that. I want to not get just randomly comboed out. Max Tavoni, thank you for the follow. Wasteland. Wasteland in the Veteran Explorer deck. That's a statement, I guess. Gonna Zenith for Arbor. Am I gonna do the same thing? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I guess I want to get this second Savannah. I'm gonna Zenith for Dried Arbor, so I can potentially Apparition this thing. I think my Reclaimer is worth more than my opponent's Dried Arbor, so... Oh, okay, so they're not playing Aluren. So they're doing something similar to what we are doing, but we're playing Reclaimer and they're playing Veteran Explorer. So that probably is good for us. Gonna get Scrubland here. Apparition the Veteran Explorer. Then we can serve with Reclaimer. Three, 4, baby. 3-4. What's up, Stabs? How's it going? Bonnie has perfect mana over there. Yes, perfect mana. Perfect terror mana. I'll block your card. Can Vesu other Field of the Dead? Courser's messed up. You're messed up, Courser. Messed up. Usually this kind of matchup is a lot of fun, though. Nic Fit is often a good time. How many planes do we have left in the deck? We have the Triumph, and we have 1 basic, 2 basics. That's it. I'm going for flagstones though. That library is really scary, however. Oh, come on, give me a land. Give me a non-land. Just any spell whatsoever should be fine. Can draw library now. Library plus Courser is a sick combo. Can I please have a Dryad? Would love to have a Dryad. Green Sun Zenith. Wasteland could be okay. What else? Another apparition would be good. Titania would be great. Oh, don't tell me that they have the black 3-drop with flash. Cause I can't beat that card. There's the library. No opposition agent. Come on. I think if they have opposition agent, I'm gonna concede. Okay, that's not opposition agent. Sick. Joke's on you, opponent. My hand sucks. Yep. Look at the cards. They're bad. They're really, really bad. Look at them. Valakut is already in play. Vesuva is already in play, I mean. So we're probably going to go for flagstones here. We can start getting some zombies now. I'm kind of scared, to be honest. Am I supposed to plow this Courser? Or is there something scarier that my opponent could have? Yeah, plow is not a land, that's true. For a change. I think I just have to do this. Gives them lands to work with library, which is really annoying. We do have Bog in case my opponent draws that Eternal Witness. I think I'm not supposed to play around the opposition agent. Because if I wanted to, I could have just main phased activated, sacked flagstones, gotten Field of the Dead. We can like set up an army of 2/2s. Alright, opponent pays the full amount. It's a Veteran Explorer. It's fine. They want to flashback Cabal Therapy. That's also fine. Because we just out-zombie them. We can add 5 zombies to the board this turn. And then 4 more every turn. Like, this is fine. And also with this sequencing, basically what they're telling me is... Gonna do this now. If they have a position agent, we're super dead, but... They don't. Now Veteran Explorer resolves. We get 2 lands. That's 4 more zombies plus 2 more zombies. That's a significant amount of zombies. Oh, I guess this Verdant Catacombs is now dead, actually. Because I drew the forest and the bayou. I didn't think about that when I clicked for these. I messed things up. They continue naming Primeval Titan. They have all snow lands still. Do they just have dead? Oh no, do they have Dead of Winter? They have Dead of Winter. Gross. Super gross. Fucked it up. Fucked it up, chat. God damn it. I mean, honestly, like, I was never going to be playing around Dead of Winter out of my opponent's deck that has Field of the Dead. They are playing a Field of the Dead deck with 5 snow lands with the same name. Like, I'm not playing around that, right? This is so sad. We're gonna have no fetchables here. I misclicked when I got this. I should have gotten 1 land on the other base and the basic planes. Like, I have no more Flagstones, so being out of Flagstones doesn't do anything to me. Just keep on drawing lands while my opponent has an active library. Yeah, not looking good. But yeah, I was never going to play around Dead of Winter. I was just never going to do that, so... My opponent got me because they're playing a deck, you know, just like me, right? Like, I'm playing a Brew, and my opponent has been naming Primeval Titan with their Cabal Therapies. But obviously the Dead of Winter is a lot more punishing than the Cabal Therapy that doesn't take a card. And the Field of the Dead really confused me, honestly. It just makes no sense for them to be playing Field of the Dead in a deck that has 5 snow-covered swamps. Like, with at least 3 snow-covered forests and 2 snow-covered swamps, I mean. Team to Torak, yeah, you got it. It's kind of whatever, honestly. I mean, anything we draw we can play. We just have to draw cards that do stuff. Zenith. Raminap would also be really good. Raminap would be pretty messed up, actually. It's been a while, man. Just wanted to stop in for a bit and see how you've been doing. Yo, what's up, Sam? How's it going? It has been a long time. I've been doing well. Just keeping doing the thing over here. How about you? Where were you up to? Because it's been months since the last time I've seen you. Actual months. Haven't played much MTG since about 4 months into quarantine. But man, like right now it's the time to be playing MTG. Quarantine has been great for playing Magic. Went down to 3, so whatever they found, it's very good. Can we see a Valakut off the top one time? Oh yeah, Dead of Winter in the basic forest deck. I was never playing around Dead of Winter from my opponent's deck. Like, it's just so bad, right? It's just so bad. They just have their own prime time. Seen it for 5, so that's probably Titania. Big Gargs. Can I find a Valakut off the top? Valakut off the top. Valakut off the top. Reward me, deck. Reward me. I guess I would also take Once Upon a Time into Valakut. I would also take that. Ramming up ain't bad. Can't complain too much about that one. Would like a Field of the Dead, please. Thank you. And then I would like... What do we want? Like Wasteland? Or would we rather have Fetchland? Let's get Fetchland. Let's get Windswept Heath. Sometimes that happens. I once didn't play around an opponent having a literal fog in a commander sliver deck. Damn, that is something. Actual fog. I mean, it is a legal card in commander, right? So time to get wrecked by second Dead of Winter. What can I do about it, right? It's not like I can play around it. It's not like I can play around it. Yeah, and it's just what it is. But there's literally nothing that I can do here. Rewarder for getting the fetch land, huh? Big time rewarded for getting that fetch land of the ramming up. Something good, please. I think I want to attack. It kills a Sombo, but it locks my opponent out of fetching, which means that they cannot shuffle their library. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 green sources is brutal. Cracking the earlier fetch and failed to find 500 IQ play. Exactly. It was like carefully thought of. Everything was carefully calculated. Nice Gargaroth opponent. It would suck if my stupid zombie would get in the way of your Gargaroth and kill it. Don't have a prime time. God damn it, that's so good. So I guess we need Plow at this point. Prime time should be legendary, so I could bounce it with Caracas. We're 2-1 in ManaTraders right now. This is match number 4, I think. Funny how this Scavenging Ooze is bigger than the prime time, though. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. Yeah, MTG always laggy for everybody. No idea why. That's a sick draw, right? So we plow the beast, we attack with Scavenging Ooze, they have to chump with prime time. And we even take 2. We even get in for 2 damage. This line loses to Slaughter Pact, but my opponent also has Slaughter Pact, then they deserve the win more than I do. Yes! Nice Dead of Winters, opponent. It would suck if I get 2. Pew, 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 pew. Get him! So fast, so powerful. Primetime should be legendary for other reasons than just being bounced by Caracas. I mean, it's a legendary card. It is pretty legendary, I'm not gonna lie. Arasta seems pretty bad. I don't think I want these cards. Thoughtseize is kind of interesting, but at the same time, like it's not better than any of my cards. So we're just gonna submit like that. I could see waste over Caracas, but Dreadabber basically guaranteed to be in my opener. Sure. Not a great hand, but I guess I'll take it. We both mull to 6, so it's a fair fight. Unbanned once upon a time. Yeah, probably not. I'm only doing this because my opponent mulliganed as well. You have so many basics. That's a sick draw, right? We get to assemble Splinter Twin here. Splinter Twin assembled. What time am I streaming tomorrow? Probably around 11:30 or noon, Stabs. Do you want to do the Dono League tomorrow? You have the K? No. Wasn't playing much more. What, once upon a time? Oh no, yeah, it was not okay. Once upon a time wasn't fine. Terrible draw. They're playing Hymn to Torak, they're playing Mono Basics, they're playing Field of the Dead, multiple snow-covered lands because they're playing Dead of Winter. Yeah, there are just too many things with my opponent's deck that just didn't function, unfortunately. They were trying to be good against Wasteland by having access to a bunch of basics, and they were also trying to cast like Gargarots and Hymn to Thorax and Dead of Winters, and then also have access to Field of the Dead. I feel like it was a cool idea, but I feel like the execution was a little bit kind of tried to play on angles where it shouldn't be playing, basically. Anyway, see you for the next round. All right, 3-1 ManaTraders playing against the Impossible Emu, however you say that. Doing fairly well so far. This hand is really interesting. I think I'm keeping it. Basic Island, Ponder. So this tells me nothing. That's a really nice island art though. The only thing that this tells me is that my opponent has great taste in basics. Look at that art. So great. Okay, so they didn't shuffle. Yo, Stabs. Let's go. Thank you for the dono, Stabs. Appreciate it. Down for you playing the dono tomorrow, as long as it's the last one, if you're up for that. Yep, sounds good. We can do that. But yeah, thank you for the donation, Stab, and thank you for the constant and continuous support, almost obnoxious amount of support that I get from you. So thank you so much for that. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get Dreadiver. So far it looks like we're playing elves, which is nice. Good old trick. Good old trick. You can shut up anytime, just gotta ask. Why would I want you to shut up? At this point, you're just a feature of the stream. You're one of the unsung heroes of the stream. So this is really sad, but I think I'm gonna be cycling Triumph unless I draw something good here. Yeah, I guess I'm still cycling Triumph. You see, Hudson gets it. Hudson is just here because of the stab content. In fact, I am here just for the stabs content. I hate streaming. I'm just here just because I want you to make stupid comments so I can laugh at them. Honestly, why would anybody else watch this stream, right? Well played. Narset. Ha! Got him. Gonna have to show me that force. No force. So far, what could my opponent be doing over there? Probably be miracling, right? It has to be miracles. Probably gonna get a basic planes now. Yeah. I think that my opponent was trying to set up Mystic Sanctuary. That's why they got the other. They got the dual Shark Typhoon. That's a Zenith. So I'm kind of afraid of Days Undoing, so I'm gonna do this first. And then I'm gonna play Valakut. And I'm just gonna pass the turn. So next turn we can Zenith for Dryad and then play 2 lands. This should give me some Valakut action. We can also crack Clue on end step. Blue, blue, white, white. Well. They did have the force. Gonna probably pitch the Shark. Playing. Oh, Standstill. Okay. Huh. So I'm assuming that they have another Standstill, because if... Like, why would they pitch the Standstill instead of the Shark there? Like, the board is empty, I have nothing going on, like, I have to break the Standstill. Pretty weird. It's a dead draw. We're not in great shape here. Arbor is not a spell. Yeah, but they have Jace. Just gonna cycle for 3. They are just gonna cycle for 3. Yeah, I think they kind of messed it up a little bit there. Maybe they think that the dry diver can pressure the chase, I guess? It's weird, though. I don't know. Weird line from my opponents. This matchup is really bad for us, though. This matchup is really, really bad. Holding up hardcast fours, which is what they were holding up last turn, by the way. That's why I didn't just play the Titania. But now I just can't do anything, so I'm just gonna fetch. Get a Savannah. I'm just gonna slam this Titania here. Hope that it sticks. And if my opponent has hardcast force, I'm just gonna concede like we just drew in too many blanks. Just move on to next game. Okay, Spirit is good. Thoughtseize is good. Force of Vigor is interesting. It kills Shark Typhoon, but that's about it. Oof, doesn't do anything. Plows are bad. Savine is okay. Adasta is fine. Back to basics. The thing is that I usually beat back to basics rather easily. Like, back to basics is not very good against us. This is bad if they have something like a mentor. But it's kind of what it is. Apparition, Tracker's good, Library's fine. Probably Cat 1 Wasteland. Cage maybe. Yeah, I mean Cage stops Zenith and Sevines only. And I guess it stops Fetchland for Dry Diver. Let's go with something like this, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong in bringing in Sevines since most of the removal is going to be exile based. But they have to have Sweeper, they have to have Supreme Verdicts. Hand's solid. Pretty pumped for the pile. I'm glad I finally found a place to try one of my pet cards in Modern. Is that Discontinuity? Sure, let's get drumming up. That's the one. It does look like a pretty hilarious card, to be honest. Wonder if my opponent has Snapcasters. Don't get a white source, get a blue source. Good, thank you. I guess Thoughtseize will be pretty hot here. Once Upon a Time opening hand is ridiculous. It's like, yeah, Once Upon a Time is kind of a messed up card. No arguments there. First I was thinking about it with Gearhooks, but then I thought, no, I can shove this into Mother somewhere. You definitely got creative. Which is cool. Should I just go get Valakut here? If I go get Valakut, my Dryad becomes that much better. Oh. Never mind. We're getting Flagstones. Mist Landrop there is so huge. I mean, not Mist Landrop, but like Mist White Landrop, I guess. Because this also means I basically don't have to play anything. I would like to draw cards though. Now I can consider getting Field of the Dead. I can consider getting Valakut. Red. Is that for Blood Moon? There's no way they are playing Blood Moon, right? Lightning Bolt? Thoughtseize would be sick. Green Sun Zenith. They probably have to force this, yeah. Which is good for us. Because we don't need that. Probably gonna fetch on their upkeep though. To make sure I don't get blown out by something. Yeah, Cycle Shark is good for us. That definitely means that my opponent's a little bit in desperation mode over there. Like, they really need to find a white source. Or this Reclaimer is just gonna win by itself. Okay, they finally found the white source. This Reclaimer kind of was alive for a little bit too long. Just get Field. So I think I'm leaning on Ramunap. These are solid draws. They probably have to force this. They don't. Draw a card then. I think I'm just gonna Zenith for a Reclaimer here. Like, I could Zenith for more, but like, Reclaimer is the best thing I can find. How insane is that it's turn 5, I have 7 lands in play, and I want to Zenith for 1 to go get Reclaimer. This card is just so busted. Just busted. The Fairy. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Bouncing my Ramunap. Okay. They want to counter on the way down again? Maybe they're setting up a Wrath? Doesn't sound likely. Ramming up again. We get flagstones. And I have no idea how my opponent comes back. Hardcast Typhoon into force your Green Sun Zenith into Antavan Wrath. That's the line. That's the only available line for my opponent. The Hardcast, do we need to cast anything to kill them? I mean, now that they answer my Reclaimer, yes. But yeah, I mean, you're right. Like, we can also just not do anything. I think that this opponent in this game is just getting got the same way that our last round opponent was getting got by... While trying to make a conservative mana base, they actually made a really greedy mana base, which is a weird thing to say, but it's just the way that it works out. I mean, just my entire deck is just... kind of spinning in all cylinders here. Sitting on 2 verdicts? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't necessarily surprise me, and I can draw into Thoughtseize, so that's why I'm doing this main phase. It also draws me a card. The fetch land would give me 2 zombies, but... the lag is ridiculous, though. We're still ahead on clock, so I'm not too worried about it, but... the lag is astounding. How much damage is this? 214? Oh, baby. My opponent can cycle it to Shark, and then they double block the Raminap. That's fine. That means that they take 12. Probably okay with that. Wait, they didn't block at all? This is just too much, though. They can't come back from this. Even if they brainstorm into Terminus, like I still have a Dryad, a Reclaimer, and a Green Sun Zenith in my hand. Like they can clear my board, and I have like, I don't know, like 20 power on one turn. Like they need to sweep again. And they are 3. Even this fetch land represents 4. It represents 4 zombies by itself. Let's do a little switch. Little switcheroo. Dying slowly for info. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess there's no reason to concede there, but it's just one of those things that I am the one that's trying to figure out if my opponent, whether my opponent has any outs whatsoever. So it's more of an exercise for me than anything else. And that game was turn 1 Reclaimer that went unanswered until turn like 4 or something like that. Just the Reclaimer itself just didn't even need to do anything. Reclaimer itself just did everything. So I really don't think my opponent has Bolt, so I'm just gonna play the Reclaimer off of this sub. Oh. Okay, change of plan. So we're gonna Zenith for Dryad Arbor. And then on turn 2, even if the Arbor dies, we get to Thoughtseize into Reclaimer. That's right, we have Thoughtseize in our deck. I totally forgot there for a second. Because we never saw them. F. I think we probably have to Thoughtseize anyway. Off with Bayou. That was a really good standstill. From the Ashes. Counterspell. So it just gets Source of Blushers, huh? Basic Mountain. So weird. How was the Jan deck yesterday? Is the new primetime modern deck or just some fun junk? It's closer to fun junk than to primetime decks. You can watch the VODs, steps, but basically there are a couple of pretty serious, how should I say it? Pretty serious, just natural deck building restrictions. This destroys, right? Yep. Restrictions. Just Jordan asked like whitelisted pro every time. Well, it's there are a couple of issues with it. Like you want to be playing some cards that you're kind of forced into playing, and then it kind of sends you down a rabbit hole that's not great, basically. Okay, so this is this. So green, green, plains, plains. Wife is hungry. Not again. I don't think I'm playing around removal spell here. Sweeper. Because my opponent just, their mana just doesn't have double white. We may get blown out though. That is really obnoxious. What the hell? Jeez. Uh-oh. Does that mean that we're getting swept? That probably means we're getting swept. The good thing is that we can go hit field. Yeah, okay, so we are getting verdicted. Don't you love it when you say, I'm not going to play around X, and then your opponent does exactly X? Brutal. Excavator's pretty sick, not gonna lie. My opponent can force here, but we get a 2-for-1, and then we get to Savines. Okay, they didn't. Just get a fetch land then. Start to get some sumbos. This Field of the Dead card, I think it's pretty good. I honestly don't know why it doesn't see any play in Modern. I feel like I could build a deck around this card. Desperation Brainstorm, because he taps my opponent out of counterspell. They're really digging. And if they sweep again, this doesn't matter. Savings Reclamation, get it back. If they Jace, also doesn't matter. Again, like this mana is just not functional, right? This is just not a realistic mana base. You just close the mystery door we can't see anymore. No, there's the window that's... Okay. That's actually really good. I was not expecting Rest in Peace. Definitely was not expecting Rip. This card looks silly now. There's a window, the lore is growing. The lore is indeed growing. Lavery is a really good draw there. And we have to play it now that my opponent stepped out of counterspell. Take 6. They have to have another sweeper. Maybe P just can't afford real dual lands. Lord knows I can't justify dropping the price of a card on a mana base. I mean, the thing is that these cards are really cheap on MTGO. Duels are really cheap on Moto. Flooded Strand. Flooded Strand. So, what's my best draw here? I guess my 3 best strokes. We're drawing 3 cards here. So we want to see Night of Autumn, Skyclave Operation, because these are not bad. Jace just dies. Okay. So I guess I'm just not doing anything. If Jace just dies like that, then my opponent still needs to fix this mess that's going on right here. They get a shark on end step. That's a shark. I was expecting my opponent to like plow my ramen up or something. Put 2 cards on the bottom. Second Jace. Well, I think this time around I'm actually going face. So if I go face, my opponent needs to kill Raminap or chump it, otherwise they die, and then we get to play Spirit. It's kind of greedy though. Okay, let's see what's up on top of the deck. Talk to me. Okay, we definitely want to throw that on top. I guess Dryad goes on top too. If I go everything at them, my opponent chumps and then they pull out one of the zombies. Chump Sombo, okay. Now plow Raminap. Okay. Opponent down 2. Am I just getting a Windsweep Heath here? No, there's no way. I think I'm getting the Spirit of the Labyrinth. Force, pitching force, second Spirit. And they know the top card of their deck, and they wouldn't have force if they had a sweeper. So I am assuming that they don't have a sweeper, and that this Spirit is gonna be good to go. Their hand is Counterspell plus X, and I'm assuming that they don't have a sweeper, because otherwise there was no need to force the Spirit of the Labyrinth. Okay, so they spend their turn to bounce the Jace. They play Caracas, and now what? And now they concede. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That was a sick match. That was a really, really cool match. Library is a heck of a card. And From the Ashes is not very good against us. It's a cool card, though. See you for the next round. All right, round number 6. Probably the last one that I'm going to be playing today. Currently sitting pretty at 4-1. This hand slaps, so let's keep it. I think I might gain a basic forest here. I know that I have the plow in hand that I can get punished, but like Wasteland is completely devastating here, so Would like to play around Wasteland if possible. What's the win con? Well, Reclaimer by itself is very, very good at taking over the game when left unanswered. And then there's you have multiple things. You can do Field of the Dead. You can win through Field. You can win through Valakut plus Dryad. You can win through like Tireless Tracker. Just like you have access to. Oh, come on! Literally bottomed the card. Literally just bottomed it. That is so tilting. I bottomed it, I shuffled, and my first draw step was the Dryad Arbor. That is messed up. God damn it. It's so frustrating. So this could be anything, basically. We could be facing a combo deck, we could be playing against a control deck, we could be playing against just Delver, for what I know. So we actually have no idea whatsoever. I think I'm going to sacrifice the Wasteland. Because if my opponent does have an answer to the Reclaimer right now, then we get super owned. If I go for Flagstones. Yeah, Reclaimer, that's a detail, yeah. Reclaimer plus Flagstones is ramp. That is the engine. So basically an unanswered Reclaimer can set up Field of the Dead just by itself, given enough time. So we're just dead. Okay, so we're playing against... I would imagine that this is just Sneak and Show. I guess we're going to see right now whether this is Sneak and Show or Omnitail. If they get like 3... Okay, they get 3 Grisser Brands. Yeah, this matchup is horrendous. This is one of Sneak and Show and Doomsday are our 2 worst matchups. Imagine this is gonna be wishing for a win condition. Wishing for Intuition. Another good Intuition for Emrakul. Yeah, this matchup is really, really bad. Let's go with that. It's not great, but it is what we got. Who thought it was okay for Intuition to get 3 of the same card? I mean, they fixed it later. They fixed it with gifts. Sure. So I guess I'm gonna Zenith on one because I don't have another land. Zenith for 0, sorry. So Zenith for 0, turn 2, we're going to go Silence plus Selfish Reclaimer. Plus tapped land. Opponent moves to 5, so maybe we have a shot. Our hand is not incredible though. Would love to have access to some piece of disruption, be it Thoughtseize, something like that. Just do not shuffle, which is very scary. Silence. This guy. This land. Pass the turn. We do have access to Caracas. Big. Big, 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 big. That was a big, big thing that happened right there. My opponent exposing the Ancient Tomb. I mean, they could still just play a second one and just show and tell anyway, right? Volk. Pyroclasm or a Braith? Okay. A Braith could have gone after the tracker, and instead it just went after the Reclaimer, just so you know how good Reclaimer is. So you get an idea. It's not the most mana efficient, but clearly my opponent is struggling a little bit on the mana department, so I think I want to try to attack on that axis. Okay, that's the spell for the turn. If I find a second land, I'm probably gonna Zenith for Dryad. Reclaimer. So this is 6 damage, 7, and we have lethal next turn, unless they answer the Tireless Tracker. There was an argument there for holding on to the Dryad Arbor. So if my opponent show and tells, we can crack this clue. I think this is better though. Just putting like the extra point of damage seems quite relevant. Do my students do in person or video chat? Most of them do through Zoom. I only have one in-person student. Yeah. Maybe Raminap can go? Is it Pedeso? No. Even if he wanted to. Even if he wanted to. He slacks. He slacks too much. It's pretty big. Now the question is, do I lead on Reclaimer or do I lead on Deafening Silence? I think we lead on Deafening Silence. I am mildly scared of Blood Moon though, but I think I'm gonna lead on Silence. Just mildly scared of Blood Moon. Okay, it's not a Blood Moon. I have high hopes for this Caracas. Not a very good one, but it's okay. Oops. Well, whatever. I don't know why I thought that it was 2 mana to play a Reclaimer. Whatever. That's an interesting move, Stubbs. I'll consider that. I'll definitely consider it. Chose to not shuffle. What are the chances my opponent has Kozilek's return? Pretty high, right? But can I play around it? Not realistically. So we're just jamming. Just yamming. They could have something like Echoing Truth. Impulse. This card is pretty dope. I just like it. Just play a cantrip, opponent. Just play a stupid cantrip. We may be able to beat Greaser Brand. We probably cannot beat Emrakul. Okay, what are we sacking here? Sack the Wasteland. The extra mana just doesn't matter. Is that a consideration of playing out Caracas? Yeah, of course. But you can only play around so much, right? And up until this point, I've only seen the Abrade, so like I know my opponent's playing sneak attacks, but like I know that they're, if my opponent is gonna be playing Show and Tell, it's so much better for me to hold the Caracas. Realistically speaking, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because I'm playing around days, even though it shows the Caracas. Okay. They don't have, I'm assuming they don't have monkey. If they have monkey, they have monkey. Whatever. Just have to dodge second red source. Damn it. Show and tell. Just gonna hardcast Emrakul. Hardcast Gristle Daddy. Okay. They need to find Emrakul right now. Because if I untap because of the Triad, we just lethal them. So they have to find Emrakul right now off of this draw 7. And they can't cantrip into it. They can't cantrip, they can't intuition. They already played their spell for turn. So they need to have found exactly Emrakul right then and there. Wow, they didn't. We're gonna get away with murder here. Do I try Filler Retreat, Greenwood Reclaimer Company, or Astral Ren next friend? That's a good question, Stubbs. What do you think is most hilarious? I would go with that one. Dude. I think we're gonna get there. If they have any spell to answer the Dryad, they need to do it now. Sneak attack. That's perfectly fine. We kill my opponent on end step. Magus of the Moon. They have another Magus? Oh, they don't have another Magus. Cunning Wish. My opponent's they're getting tricky over there, but like this Deafening Silence is owning them so much. Like this resolves pass priority and I activate Reclaimer. And they play their spell already, they flashed in the Gristle Daddy and we win. They can't stop the sound of silence, yeah. They went deaf with all the silence. Yeah, they can't catch what they're wishing for. I can't believe we're gonna win this game. That's insane. Trick bind. Yeah, you can't cast that, opponent. So, okay. Stop the thingies. Resolve that one. Still on my own end step. 1, 2. Gonna sacrifice this wasteland. We're gonna get Vesuva and we're gonna copy this Valakut. Got him! Got him! That's how you do it. God damn, feels so good to win this matchup. Feels so good. Wow. Nice show and tell, opponent. Nice show and tell. Dryad, the sexy man, has something to say about it. That was awesome. Alright, thank you for watching. Yeah, this is gonna be it for me today, but I'm of course going to continue streaming the rest of the matches. I'm probably gonna try to play 20 just like I did last time. I'm at least going to be playing, at least I'm gonna be playing 10. But yeah, 5-1, pretty solid record. We beat Omnitel and Show and Tell, like both of them, and Sneak and Show, sorry, which is awesome. We beat Nic Fit and Hogak, and I'm blanking on the other one, and then we lost to Ant. So not bad for nice little tier 3+ deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you let me know in the comments if you did, and awesome. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.